Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Thunder making a quick stop here in front of their home crowd of Oklahoma City, just one game before heading back out on the road. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the two-game season series from last year.
For sure, this is a team that feels like they should never be swept in a season series by anyone, but especially when it's one of the heavy hitters from the other conference.
Since his first day in the league, Richard, Evan Mobley has been an elite defender.
And that's why he's been compared to Hall of Famers like Kevin Garnett. But we still need to see him develop the offensive end for those comparisons to be fair.
To the left wing. For three, Holmgren. And stolen by Mobley. Back to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Now, here's Suggs. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Count that one from Mobley.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Williams gets the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. The three-pointer is right on target.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 4 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Holmgren can't hit.
I think the defender really affected that shot.
Now Mobley. Back to Suggs. Hunter the screen. Mobley wide open. And the three off target.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Richard, what's an element of the Cleveland Cavaliers team that you really appreciate?
How about their defensive efforts, Kevin? That's what impresses me the most. This squad does a good job of putting pressure on shooters and scraping that glass after a contest. Making himself available. A little hustle and good positioning makes Mobley the option on the fast break.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Mark Daignault. David, what did he say?
So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Pass to Holmgren. Launches a three. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Not a long way up for Mobley, but he rises to the rim for the finish.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Holmgren gets the bucket. Holmgren's got 5 now.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Mobley outside. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Holmgren wide open. Another miss by Holmgren. Williams with the steal. Out to the right wing. Puts up a deep 3. That one doesn't go. Evan Mobley getting it done for the Cavaliers. He finishes with 9 points.
16.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
To the wing on the left. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Holmgren. 3-pointer. Drills it from outside. Holmgren's got 8 points.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Driving in, and Suggs throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. There's a screen by Williams. Down low. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. To the inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mobley. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Inside. It's deflected. Stolen by Dort. To the right side. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. In the corner, Okoro with it. Now Suggs. He's got 8. Hunter the screen. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
It's Williams with the drive. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren the screen. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with it. Mobley with the block.
Sensational spot from Mobley. I love how hard he goes on the defensive end.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. Wagner wide open. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here is Wallace. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Now Cleveland moving it up. The wide open look here for Garland. And another miss by Cleveland. 1:04 left to play in the first half. Wallace a screen. Outside Williams. Shoots over Alvarado. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Jacks up a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Garland's got the lead up to 11 now for Cleveland.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Tipped away. It's stolen by Alvarado. By himself. And finished off by Wagner.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Williams. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. 13 points up at the end of the period. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be right back after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Thunder trailing by 13. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Holmgren the screen. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
And you really have to appreciate the steady effort of Gilgeous-Alexander. The game looks like it comes easy to him, but he is one of the hardest workers on the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Mobley right side. Pass to Hunter. Now here's Mobley. And another 3 for Cleveland.
This is something that Mobley is still developing, but nice to see him take a confident shot from the arc.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin certainly will.
I agree. David, he is fearless.
And a 3-level scorer. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
Here's Suggs. 12 points for him. Pass to Hunter. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Cleveland.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game so far.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Clock at 6. From the arc. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Now Suggs. Mobley misses.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. 17-point game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And it's Suggs with the rebound. Pass to Mobley. Mobley is screened.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mobley's got 18 points.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Now Williams. Mobley with the block.
Already a stellar defender, Mobley proving he can be relied on to anchor for this team.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 19. The Thunder have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
1:35 left in the third. At the top of the key, Holmgren. For 3. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the improvement, RJ, from Garland's dribble drive game has been immense.
Kevin, his confidence when he is ready to attack is next level. He's got great footwork. He's got a great handle. Very few defenders can stay in front of him in a one-on-one situation. And I love watching Garland mature into a leader. And you know what? He is not done yet.
Pass to Joe. Five on the clock. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Good on the triple.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Cleveland leading by 17. Garland with it. Williams picks him up. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. And that one, good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
On offense, here are the Thunder. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Joe with it. Still scoreless. From deep three-point land. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And here is Garland. Shoots the three. It's good from long range. Garland's got 10 points in the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drained a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so it's Cleveland taking a 19-48. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Cavaliers leading by 19. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
There's the three. Connects from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Thunder. Here's Garland. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Williams with the steal. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Suggs looking around. Pass to Hunter. Here's Suggs. Kicks it out to Jones. And stolen by Caruso. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Holmgren in the corner. Over to the wing. To the paint. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
Mobley outside. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Over to the left wing. Clock at 4. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Drills the three-pointer. And the Cavaliers lead by 17.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Stolen by Dort. Here we go, one-on-one. Suggs with the steal. Poked away. Caruso with the steal. Pass to Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Outside Williams. Holmgren the screen. Just 5 on the clock.
2 minutes.
To the wing right side. Shoots over Mobley. Mobley with the block.
Cleveland ball.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. Suggs falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Cleveland.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
Hunter the screen. Here's Suggs. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Thunder trailing by 21.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Cleveland.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jalen Suggs.
a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
And stolen by Hunter. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Mobley. The three. And another miss by Cleveland. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled